Hi, it's Dawn here, and I thought I'd do a bit of a Wednesday waffle up here in my sewing room, and I'm just making bits and pieces for up and coming farmers market. Yeah, so I'm just having a cup of tea, and I thought I would just have a bit of a Wednesday waffle on emergency alerts. Now, I'm going to put my glasses on because I want to get this information correct, and I have actually made notes on this. Right, that's better. I can see you all now. Sunday, 23rd of April, 2023. So that's in about 4 weeks' time. In the evening, I don't know what time, there will be a national test of the UK Emergency Alert Service. This is an alert service that will come through your mobile phones and iPads. iPads, tablets or whatever, they'll receive an alert with advice on how to stay safe. This is a test. It's a government service that will warn you if there is danger to life nearby. That's it, plain and simple. Nothing exciting. So we're going to get this test on Sunday the 23rd of April this year. It's been tested out, I believe it was earlier this year or was it last year, in a few other areas. But this is a national test of the service. So I will now play and show you what the alert sounds like and looks like when it comes through on your phone. Right, so that is roughly what it's going to be like. It'll pop up on your screen, you'll have that siren. If you've got your phone on silent or your tablet on silent, it will vibrate to alert you, and that also alerts blind and deaf people that there is an alert coming through. So they have their own way of monitoring what that alert is. Now, the government does not need to know your phone number or your location to send these alerts. These alerts are being done. And I just want to turn the camera around a bit because I've got a bit of a light issue in my glasses. I need to turn away from the light. Oh, let's pop you down there. That's a bit better. Yeah. They don't need to know your telephone number or your location. This is done with the masts that we see, where our phone signals, etc., come from, and it's right now. From what I've read, alerts will work on all 4G and 5G networks. I've got a bit of information here. I will pop up what happens about people who don't receive 4G and 5G. Now, in an emergency, what they're hoping is your mobile phone or your tablet will receive an alert with advice on how to stay safe. The reasons could be there's severe flooding in your area, there is fires, there is extreme weather. The alerts are only sent by the emergency services or government bodies that deal with emergencies. So yes, if war was to break out and we were going to be threatened with attack or whatever, yeah, the alert service could be used for that as well. But that isn't the primary reason for it. The primary reason is to alert us of emergencies. So your mobile phone will give off a loud siren, and the sound will last for about 10 seconds. and there'll also be a message come up on your screen that you have to just click to acknowledge you've received the message. It will stay on your screen until you do click it, just like when your phone says an update is available. You know, you've got a little bit, click remind me later, or do update now, or whatever. Same sort of thing. And this is to make sure that you have actually seen the message. So as soon as you click it, you know, right, yeah, I've seen it. Message disappears and your phone functions as normal. They're not taking away phone functions. They're not stopping you using your mobile phone. They're not taking over control of your mobile phone. I know there's lots of people out there who think this is a step towards the government taking over mobile phones. At the end of the day, if they want to listen into your mobile phones, they'll listen into it. And if you're doing something that you shouldn't be, you're the only one who's going to be worried. They can listen to my conversations if they want. I don't think they'll find it very interesting. Or even reading my text. I'm trying to think now, what was the last phone call I had? Mr. Amazon man, he phoned me to say he was at the gate and the bell wasn't working. So, yeah. Government will be really thrilled over that one, aren't they? Prior to that, who phoned me? I think my daughter, yeah, she phoned me. Happy Mother's Day, you know, etc. So, yeah, nothing thrilling there. Then there was, let me see, there was my friend Mandy. She phoned, I spoke to her on the phone. Or did she phone me or did I phone her? Can't remember, but that was last week and we babbled on about fabric and crafting and all that. So yeah, the government are going to be really thrilled to sit and listen to people's everyday conversations or read their text messages. The only ones they're going to be interested in are those who are up to no good. So if you're up to no good and you're the one who's worried about the government looking in on your phone, well, tough titty basically. So getting back to this alert system, right, what am I going to, loud siren, yeah. Now, an alert will include a phone number or a link to the Government UK website for more information. So if you want more information on why your alert has gone off, you know, you can follow it up and see whether it's something you want to act on or not. You do not need to turn on your location services. The alerts, how I understand it is, right, where I live, here, Brechford, Carmarthenshire, just on the outskirts of a little village up on a mountain. My nearest mast, I know, is right over the very back, over on another mountain. So that mast will send out an alert to all the phones, etc. in that location, and it will also hit my phone and it will be letting me know what's going on. I'm not going to get told what's happening in Scotland. I'm not going to get told what's happening in London. It's only going to be what is relevant to me in my location. Personally, I like the idea. I am not concerned about having alerts. I think they're a good idea. When you think back to, was it 19? No, forget the date. I won't. But there was even just going back over the past few years, we've had mountain fires, we've had forest fires. We usually hear of them by people gossiping on social media, and then it's all case of a mass panic. Where are they? Is it heading our way? And you're trying to find out more information, and nobody's really got any information. We just know there's lots of smoke over there, and you're trying to piece it all together. So to get an actual alert to say, yes, and I'm surrounded by forest here, pine forest, larch forest and all of that. So to get a notification to say there is a forest fire in my vicinity and it is heading in this direction, I can make that call as to whether I want to act on that information or not. I don't have to. Nobody's going to force me to, but at the end of the day, it is my life, the life of my livestock and my husband's life, and the lives of my elderly neighbours who may not have received an alert. I do think it is my duty to inform them so they can make informed choices again. And that's what it's all about, we're making informed choices. Down in our town in Carmarthen, there is lots and lots of flooding down there. So again, if there's an alert system that alerts people and businesses, they can act on it if they want. If they don't want to, they can just sit at home and wait for the water to lap up around their ankles. There are those who are saying, I'm turning it all off on my phone. I don't want it. I don't want to be told about it. Fair enough. Don't get told about it. But then don't complain when you're sitting there having dinner and then suddenly there's water pouring in under your door. And you're saying, well, nobody told us. Why didn't they come and knock on our door? The whole point is the time it takes to send out personnel to go around knocking on everybody's doors, going out with loudspeakers to let people know what's going on. That group of personnel could be put to better use of helping the elderly and the infirm and those who need actual help, rather than alerting those who can't be asked to have it turned on their phone because they think it's an infringement of their civil rights, and they would rather somebody personally come knocking on their door. Well, tough shit, you're not going to get somebody knocking on your door. You'll either have to wait until it's lapping up around your knees, and why should people be putting themselves out to help you when you don't want to take up the services that are being offered? Is it an infringement of civil rights? No, I don't think it is. It's just letting you know what's happening. Emergency alerts will not be replacing the news, the radio, television or social media. So you can still get your alerts like that, but it might take a bit longer. And all those few minutes could be saving lives. And also what you have to remember is you're not only putting your life at risk, you could be putting your children's lives at risk. You could be putting elderly and sick people's lives at risk because you want to keep your head in the sand and you do not want to know. I've seen people on social media saying, oh, so-and-so in my family, or I suffer from PTSA, whatever it is, and I don't like loud noise as well. You can have your phone on silent. It will vibrate. It vibrates. You look at it. Oh, yeah, there's a flood happening. There's been a landslide. I can't get round to the school to collect little Johnny. I'm now going to have to plan to go round the other way. You do not... The excuses people are coming up with are unbelievable for not having this. And end of the day, they're only cutting off their own noses to spite their face. I can't be asked to argue with them, and I'm not going to argue with them. Their choice, their lives, their decisions. So I think they're a great idea. I think they're going to go a long way to helping a lot of people. We've had it where there's been gas explosions or there's been chemical fires, and the police are having to spend their time going around knocking on people's doors, trying to wake them up and get them, finding out if people are actually in their houses and evacuating them. An alert service, the alert goes off and that's it. Everybody can act on it. They'll know where to go to a place of safety, and what isn't there to like about it. But I've no doubt quite a lot of people will tell me, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, it's the government going to be controlling us. Next they'll be saying we all have to go indoors and we have to stay there and we'll have to do this and we'll have to do that. Well, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. But at the moment, just like all over the world, they use, and I think we're one of the last countries to actually get this, they use alert services to alert communities of hurricanes, tornadoes, heavy snow storms, earthquakes, tsunamis, forest fires, all of them things. So, and I know the emergency services, I'll put up a couple of screenshots of what the emergency services are saying about it. Yeah, it's I think it's a great idea, and I think it will go a long way in helping people to save lives. So anyway, that's my Wednesday waffle. I've got things to get on and do. I'd love to hear your views on it as well. So it's emergency alerts, and they're happening on Sunday, the 23rd of April, 2023. So take care, everybody, and I'll catch up with you again soon.